All right, Shalom. Before I get into my lesson, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Hakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect. All right, this is Ratazai with another quick lesson through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Lord willing, you will be edified. All right, and this is just a video based upon an article, as you can see, from the BBC News, going into what's happening down there in Ecuador, man. All right, which those are Israelites down there. And as the scriptures prophesied, that there will be many uprisings in the last days, and this would be a sign of the times, man, which we're gonna get, Lord willingly, in Second Ezra's beginning, Second Ezra, the 9th chapter, beginning at the first verse, reading on down, man. This is a sign or a prophecy that was written of before time, which we now see is coming to pass currently, man. And not only Ecuador, you got the riots and the uprisings out there in China, you know, out there in Hong Kong. All right, you got various other places that has certain uprisings of the people or uproars of the people, you know, and all of this is a prelude to what's going to come to America, man. You know, you have all these different places that have people rebelling against the government. You know, they're rebelling. They're wreaking havoc in the streets. You know, they're breaking in the stores. They breaking into government buildings. You know, and things of that nature. All of this is a prelude, all right, to what's going to befall America in these last days, man. All right. So you see this article. It says Ecuador protests. President imposes curfew amid worsening violence. You see, and a curfew. The scriptures prophesied that there will be curfews in various places, man. Where it says, "Thou shalt desire to go to a city, and thou won't be able." You know, you won't be basically locked down and restricted to your particular area, man. And then you're gonna have checkpoints in the various cities. And I'm speaking about in America in the very near future, man. You know, martial law, civil unrest, troops and tanks and whatnot going to be patrolling the streets. Okay, all of these things is written to come, man. But before I continue, I'm gonna play this little 44-second video just so you can see, you know, and get a visual of what's happening, man. You know, it's getting real out here, man. And like I said, this is all a prelude to what's coming to America. All right, so I'm gonna play this this video. All right, so you just saw that little quick video. All right, showing you, just giving you a visual perspective of what's going on over there, man. All right, now I'm not gonna get into the article just for the sake of time. You could check it out on your own. All right, just type in that title and you'll see it, man. You know, but basically Ecuador, basically the from what I understand, the government is pretty much in debt. So what they do is, in order to cut into the deficit, so to speak, they raise the prices. They raise taxes. You know, they raise the price of gas and electricity. That's why it said if you watch the subtitles, it said fuel subsidies, man, which is like the fuel energy or the energy subsidies, man. Like I mentioned, gas, electricity, and things of that nature, and all of those prices are being jacked up. You know, they're imposing taxes on the people, and what is that causing? It's causing the people to rebel against the government, man. You know, so I'm gonna get this scripture real quick. This is Second Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. It says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And we are measuring the time, man. How are we measuring the time? By, all right, as Yahweh Shai said, watch ye as well as pray. Slakia. So how are we watching? Meaning we're watching the news, man, watching current events and watching basically what's happening in the earth, in geopolitics, the different wars, and certain things happening around the world, and we line it up with scripture, and that's how we could pinpoint, all right, that just the time that the Most High is about to visit the world, man. So verse 3, it says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes, which we have, you see various earthquakes happening throughout the world, man. A 5.0 here, a 6.0 earthquake over there. Every now and then you hear about an 8.0, 9.0, killing thousands, hundreds, if not thousands of people, which we know that the so-called white man, who's Esau, he lies about the death toll of a lot of these natural disasters because he don't want to, he don't want to get the people basically in a fearful state. So he'll say, 3 people died, 4 people died, knowing damn well, more people got judged, man. But it says, therefore, verse 3, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, all right, which is the main point, man. In that video and article I just showed, all right, hey, it's showing you that prophecy has been and is being fulfilled, man. We're seeing the uproars of the people. It says, then, verse 4, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. And that's why they're called prophecies, man. All right, and when you get, just let me get that real quick. Isaiah chapter 40, is it 42 and 9? I think it is. Yeah. This is Isaiah 42 and verse 9. Behold, the former things are come to pass. You see that? The former things meaning former things that were written down in the Holy Scriptures, or that was told to the prophets, all right, through visions, through angels coming to them and giving them certain certain dark sayings and future events that's going to partake on the earth. It says, behold, the former things are come to pass, meaning they actually happen, man. Such as what we just read, the uproars of the people, man. That was something, that was a former thing, but now what? It has came to pass, man, and it's coming to pass. It says, in new things do I declare. Before they spring forth, I tell you of them. You see? Yeah, so these things that's happening in the earth currently, which were currently in the last days, all right, pursuing the Hebrews, the 1st chapter, they were spoken of at a previous time, man. Now they coming to pass. All right. And the uproars of the people, which is the pretty much the theme of the lesson, or the title of the lesson, that's a prophecy that's coming to pass on a major scale, man. Which is how we ain't got much longer here in Babylon the Great, which is America. Now I'm gonna get one last scripture. This is gonna be a real quick video. I'm gonna get the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, beginning at the 14th verse. All right, the point is in I think it's in 16. It says, woe to the world, verse 14, and them that dwell therein. You see, which the word woe means destruction when you read the Bible, man. So destruction, judgment, death, bloodshed, that sword, that's about to befall this world, man, which is ran by Esau Edom, which is the so-called white man. All right. Verse 15, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up to fight against another in swords in their hands, which is talking about the race wars, man. That's why the tension is brewing up and is building up between the so-called blacks and so-called whites. You know, you see various, like you got the recent video of the of the damn Edomite teacher. You know, she got into a fender bender with one of her students' parents, who was a Jake, so-called Negro man. You know, and she just went off on him, man, calling him a nigga and, you know, saying he's on welfare and need to go back to Africa or whatever type of, you know, racial thing she was saying. But that's just going to show you that the racial tension between the Israelites, which is Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and our enemies, all right, Esau and the nations, hey, it's being intensified, man. Why? Because it's going to lead to an all-out race war, man. Now, verse 16, it says, for there shall be sedition among men. All right. And we just saw an example of that sedition down there in Ecuador, man, which I have the word sedition pulled up on another tab, as you can see. All right. It says sedition. It says conduct or speech inciting people to rebel against the authority of a state or monarch, man. You see that? So we got sedition in like I mentioned, Hong Kong. You know, you got the riots and the protests over there, and you got the riots and protests, all right, in Ecuador, man. And what are they doing? They're rebelling against the authority, man. You know, so this is coming to pass, man. So I read verse 16 again. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. Right. Like they said, I read another article where people they breaking into the government buildings, man. Oh, I seen it. It was, can't forget. Mexico. You know, Mexico, what they do, they basically took the damn mayor of one of them cities, I can't remember the name, and they tied his ass to the back of a truck and dragged him down the street, man. Why? Because the basically the people that are set up, they being exposed because they do a lot of backhanded deals. They wicked. They involved with all type of just wickedness, man. You know, basically it's like these damn crooked politicians, man, and all of they underhanded deeds is being exposed, and the people is coming against them. All right. So verse 16 again, it says, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their princes, their kings nor princes, which is that sedition, man, rebelling against a higher authority. It says, in the course of their actions shall stand in their power, man. Right. So they're not going to regard the authority, you know, these different police troops with the damn tear gas and all that. These people's mindset is on coming against the authority, man. You know, and why is this happening? Because it's biblical prophecy being fulfilled, man. And it's only just starting, man. You know, through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, all right, beginning with the apostles, elders on down. All right, they basically been saying that, look, man, it's going to continue to get worse, man. This is only a snowball effect that's eventually going to hit the shores of America, man, coming to a city near you. All right. I'll just read these last two verses. Verse 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Like I said, man, the curfews, you know, Esau going to set up checkpoints in these various towns and cities to where you're only going to be restricted to the area that you at, you know, or, you know, if you want to get through, you have to basically scan your microchip, man, which is the mark of the beast. So the city's going to be locked down. 18. For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, and houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid, man. You see, so it's going to be a terrible time. All right. It's going to, scripture say the time of the calamity, man. You know, and that's what's coming, man. A time when men shall be afraid. It's going to be violence in the streets. at a catastrophic level. And the only way you're gonna be able to bypass or be preserved from these times is if you abiding under the mercy and protection of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. So, I just want to do a quick update, a quick news video on that. Lord willing, something else pops up, brothers, the men of Great Millstone, we gonna hop on it, man. Because we're the prophets of the Lord and we the watchmen, man. Around the clock, 24/7, man, doing these videos. So with that, all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Rakakodash, the honors to the apostles, the elders of Great Millstone. All right, shalom to the elect, Lord willing, to the next lesson. Shalom.